Welcome back to the realest channel on YouTube. I'm very excited for today's video because we have a YouTube, I guess, / TikTok boxing games. I've never done one. I've done my top 5 YouTube boxers, but that was a while ago. But I'm actually going to do a tier list, something for you guys to see on screen, and I'm excited. Can't lie. Shout out to Cristian, my editor, for putting this together. Make sure you subscribe to his channel and follow him on his socials. He'll put it somewhere on the screen right now. Oh, and if you like my t-shirt, actually, you know, man's always in the car, keeping Army, my protein, standard 37% off. So go check that. Let's get into this thing right now. We got a God category, a good category, almost there category, not good category, and should retire category, which, yeah, I like that. Let's start off with the first guy. I feel like it's a techie one because he has done so well in MMA and he's such a decorated wrestler. Seeing him on this list, I have to judge him based on his performance within this community, not him as a UFC fighter or a wrestler. I'm putting him in the should retire section. Save your legacy. Don't let these men exploit you. Leave it. Just leave it. We got Austin McBroom. I feel like Austin is a good fighter. I know him and JJ have, you know, well, JJ especially has been saying, yeah, he wants to move to him and bang him up. And I think that is something that JJ could do. I would put Austin in good. The reason why I put him in good is because a lot of these YouTube events that have been headlined purely by JJ and Logan, right, I guess, or JJ especially, that TikTok versus YouTube event was the first event that wasn't mixed in with pros and stuff like that. So for him to have headlined that show, bringing back that nostalgia and also having a great performance, the whole thing, it was good. It was good. And I respect Austin McBroom, so I'm definitely going to put him in the good category. Deji. Now this is funny because I was talking to him the other day at JJ's album launch party, and before that conversation, it would have been a no-brainer that he was going in should retire. But after talking to him, you know, I see him, I said, I know I've been chatting about you online. He's like, no, I know, but you're honest, you know, you say what you have to say, you've always been that way. I respected that. And then to go further into the conversation and hear what he really wants to achieve, I'm gonna put him in the not good category. Not should retire. I feel like he has to prove himself to be anything above not good. We're looking at the results, we're looking at his commitment up until this point, only because of his mentality and only because of the things that he said to me that I genuinely believed. I'm gonna put him in the not good category. Probably the most naturally talented boxer in the whole YouTube thing. Jake obviously is good at what he does, but I wouldn't say that's natural talent. You know, I know he puts hours and hours and hours in to be as good as he is, whereas Deji hardly trains and he still does a few things that are just natural to him and things that guys that train every day still can't do as well as he does before he gets tired. So I'm gonna put Deji in the not good category. Nate Robinson, not should retire. Big Gibber. We got Anison Gibb next. I'm gonna put Gibb in the good category. Everyone knows that's my boy. Ride or die for this guy. No one can, you get me, try to give in any sort of way. But the reason why I have to put him in the good category is because I can't put him in the good category because of what happened when he fought Jake. I feel like that limits me from putting him in the good category. Otherwise, he would definitely be in there. He's a guy that's been there from the first event. He's always had some of the most entertaining fights on each show. He definitely was the best boxer besides FaZe Jarvis on the YouTube TikTok show. Like those two Gibb did put in a better performance, but I'd say FaZe Jarvis was not too far behind from a technical standpoint. Gibb put in the work, he got the win, he redeemed himself, and maybe on the next tier list after another win in the fashion that he won the other day, I might boost him up. Even though he's my guy and he's probably gonna get on to me, I'm gonna put him in the good category. Because to be fair, Gibb and Austin McBroom, that would be a good fight. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'm happy with where I put Gibb for now. We got Slim banged up Fuzi, innit? Like he banged him up really, and he done it in good fashion. Legendary York venue, East London. Again, that was a separate event away from the main shows that, you know, I've been a part of and others, but they made it work and he did do well. So I feel like should retire, can't put him there because he won. Not good, can't put him there because his performance was good. Almost there, I think it's fitting for the level of opponent. Fuzi didn't know what he was doing. You know, he didn't know what he was doing at the end of the day, but you only can beat the man that's in front of you. But I'm gonna put him in the almost there. I need to see him against someone who actually has put time into fight, learn how to fight, and actually try to scrap man on the night. And Fuzi didn't do that, but it was a good performance, so I'm gonna slap him in the almost there. Next, we got Floyd Money Mayweather. Some people be like, oh, like what? Are you mad? Like, how can you put him in the YouTube TikTok boxing tier list? At the end of the day, he boxed a YouTuber. It's not discrediting the legend. It's not discrediting TBE. It's only because he has boxed someone who's a part of that community that we can put him on the list. No brainer. Straight to the God section. Come on now. Straight to the God section. Next, we have Vinnie Hacker. I'm putting him in the good category. Vinnie Hacker straight into the good category. You know why? There's a lot to be said about a man that can take banks and come back and win. Deji is not a light puncher by any means. And whilst he's got his gas tank, he's swinging and he swings bangs that hurt and they come with force. I didn't see much panic from Vinnie Hacker. I didn't see much panic. He was getting hit. It did look a bit, it looked a bit overwhelming, but he looked like he kept his composure and he was waiting for those pockets in order to get his shots off. And when it was time for him to put the gear down, or up I should say, and say, look, I'm taking over, he done that. Bryce Hall, not good. Dirty fighter, tough guy, not good. You shouldn't retire, you should fight again. I definitely think you should fight again, but he just needs to really brush up on his skills and try and be more of a boxer than think that the street fighting approach is the way to tackle the sport of boxing. Jake Paul. Now, Jake Paul, I feel like he deserves to be put in God category. A lot of people are gonna maybe think I'm giving him too much credit, but you gotta understand that this guy has taken the boxing from being YouTuber against YouTuber to fighting professional fighters. This guy's about to fight Tyron Woodley. Showtime boxing. Come on, man. This guy got Showtime boxing involved in the community. You know, he's part of the community. He came from the community, and now he's stretching over. He beat Ben Askren easy. He beat Nate Robinson. He beat Gibb. He beat Deji, and now he's got Tyron Woodley in front of him. It's hard not to put him in the good category. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't lost a fight, and he's leveled up his opponents every time, and he knocks them out. So it's hard not to put him in the God category because he's better than Austin McBroom. He defeated Gibb when they decided to clash. He would beat Vinnie Hacker. So he has to go into the God category. And I think that Jake is someone that Floyd would face if it made sense. I feel like that would make sense, that them two fight. So putting them in the same category, yeah. Say what you want, say what you like. Tell me I'm a traitor. Tell me I'm not Team JJ because I put my honest opinion of Jake Paul into this tier list. But in my opinion, if you check the stats, and you respect the man for his in-ring ability, regardless of his persona that you might not be fond of, he's done his thing. So he's going into the God category. Next, we got FaZe Jarvis. I'm putting Jarvis into the good category again because Vinnie Hacker versus FaZe Jarvis is a good fight. That's a fight that I would like to see. FaZe Jarvis, if he was bigger, versus Gibb is a fight I'd like to see. Austin McBroom versus FaZe Jarvis is a fight I'd like to see. Otis Pimpleton has put in a lot of work into FaZe Jarvis, and we saw that, and he's from the UK as also. Shout out, you know, every man from the UK every time. He done his thing the other day. Great performance, good knockout, and I think he fits into the good category because everyone next to him, if weight were equal, it'd be a good fight to see him in there with any of those guys. Next, we got Adam Salah. So we know he had a boxing experience, which as an amateur, but he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything in the community, like in the scene of YouTube boxing. So I'm just gonna put him in the no good category. Joe Weller, now this is a techie one, yeah, because none of this would exist without him, right? So does that make him a god? Like, you gotta give it to man on that view. But if we're talking about the one and only performance he had against JJ February 2018, Copper Box Arena, legendary event, pioneering event. Ooh, this is a techie one, you know. This is a techie one because when I'm doing my tier list, I'm trying to think of the influence that these guys have had on the community and in the YouTube boxing thing. Not just the skill. Deji's boxed enough times for me to put him in a not good category because he's more than once he's proven that, you know, he wasn't committed. Bryce Hall, one fight, dirty, wasn't the best. Adam Salah, yeah, only on the amateur experience. I don't think he should retire. Joe kind of retired himself, I guess, because he said he ain't fighting again. I'm gonna put him in not good, because I don't think he should retire. I'd like to see Joe fight again. I'd actually like to see Joe fight again. I know he won't, but I would like to see it. But the one performance he had wasn't the best. Respect, he's a god in terms of creating this thing. But if we're going on the performance as well, and the fact he hasn't come back to try and redeem himself, I'll put him in the not good category. We got DDG next. He put in a good performance, but I don't know. I'll put him in the almost there. I like DDG as a personality, as an artist, as a YouTuber, as a creator. I do like him. From a boxing side of things, I would put him in the almost there, because his performance wasn't the best. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't memorable. So I'm gonna put him in the almost there. Next, we have Nate Wyatt. I'm gonna put him in a not good category still. Not impressive, you know what I mean? Not impressive. I put DDG in almost there because he beat Nate Wyatt, and if I'm putting him in the almost there as the man who won, then the man that lost should be in the not good. Yeah, expected more, but no, it's not it. Michael Lee, I'm gonna put Michael Lee in the not good category. I don't think any of those TikTok guys that stepped into the ring for the first time should retire, because they deserve to be like, wow, that was my first chance in the ring, man, wasn't an experience. Next time when I get in there, I'll do these things differently. So I don't feel like it's fair to tell them, man, that they should retire, to be fair. But I can put him in a not good category because Jarvis dished him some banks and he gave him a good right hand as well. So yeah, not good. Fuzi, retirement. And that's just from a boxing perspective, people like to take things personal and that and make it sound like I'm a bad guy, or that like he's a bad guy and I don't rate him. Like, I rate him, innit? He's doing his thing, but as a boxer, he got moved to. So we have to put him in the should retire category. But shout out to Fuzi though, because he comes across as a cool guy. But yeah, the boxing thing is not for him. JMX, old school. He's a businessman now. But back in the day, he was swinging. JMX, I feel sorry for him because the size that he is, it's hard to find opponents. It was always hard to find an opponent for him. He's a big guy. The other big guys on YouTube, they're not all fighters, and it's hard for him to get an opponent that was of size. So he only could beat who was in front of him. But I'm definitely putting JMX in the good category. He still has one of the best boxing performances I've seen from a YouTuber when he beat Coach Richard in August 2018. Southpaw, tall, doesn't have a lot of power just because of how he boxes and how he punches. But very clean, listens to all the instructions I ever gave him, didn't take any damage, made his opponents always look a level below. Especially Coach Richard, I would say, is the one that matters. Not the one on the first show against damn, I forgot his name. Mike Fox. Sorry, no disrespect, Mike Fox. Mike Fox didn't train for that. Coach Richard did, and he outboxed him beautifully in Manchester in 2018. And for that, I put him in the good category. And he even went into MMA and that, you know what I mean? So this guy is a crazy guy, but he's doing his thing. And I always got respect and love for JMX. And as I said, he's one of the best boxing performances I've seen from a YouTuber. He is in that category. So shout out to JMX. We put him in the good section. Okay, next on the list, we have Alex Wasabi. I see he got moved to Inspiring before the TikTok event, but I still don't believe he should retire. So I'm just gonna slap him in the not good category. Logan Paul. Now this guy, it's a weird one because man had a draw against JJ, then he lost, but very close to JJ. I'm slapping him in the good category. I feel like the Paul brothers and JJ, so let me just slap him there. The Paul brothers, JJ and Floyd, good category. Because think about it, these men, Logan lost to JJ once, had a draw with him, but they were both close fights. He didn't get moved to at any time. You know what I mean? He didn't, and the work we had to put in to make sure JJ was in shape to defeat this man, have to put him in the good category. Logan, yeah. And then he fought Floyd, man. Come on, man. The guy's a YouTuber. Yeah, we know size difference, etc. But he fought Floyd Mayweather, and he done well. And even Floyd said he's better than I thought he was. So if one of the gods are gonna give you that credit, and he don't like giving credit to people like that, we have to slap Logan in the god category. We have to slap JJ in the god category. The man that took it from Weller starting it to boom, propelling it into huge business of entertainment and events and, you know, the press conferences and everything. We had to slap JJ in the God category. This is the man that's recognized up until recently, I guess, because he's been very tuned in with his music. Shout out to him. He got a #1. He's got a #1 album, so whatever he puts his mind to, he achieves. But with him taking a break away from the boxing, you know, there's a debate now between who's better, Jake or JJ, Jake or KSI. But the fact that that debate happens and my man's inactive, it means you have to slap man in the God category. But look at my list. When you actually look at the list, everyone that's within the same category of each other would be decent fights for one another. Because you look at the God section, you say, cool, you can see Floyd fighting Jake, you can see Logan and Jake fighting if brothers were ever to fight, and you can see JJ fighting Jake and Floyd, and he's already boxed Logan twice. So it makes sense in my eyes anyway, but it's my list, so let's go. Last two, Taylor Holder, not good. I'm not gonna say you should retire again. Any of those TikTok man, and it was their first experience boxing, you can't tell man to retire because they lost one fight. They have the right to try again. I think they should try again. There's nerves, the nerves they felt on that day, they won't feel those exact nerves again because they've been there and done it before. So I'm gonna put Taylor Holder in the not good category, you know, and it's not because he lost to Gibb, it's how he lost to Gibb, and there was a lot of hype for no reason, unfortunately. So he's not almost there. He shouldn't retire. He's not good. He's not a god. So yeah, we'll slap him in the not good category. And last but not least, the G, great guy that's helped me multiple times with the guys that I've trained to give them a stiff test in sparring, is FaZe Sensei. Now I would say FaZe Sensei is almost there because the guys in the good section might get the better of him, and I've seen, you know, we've seen JJ get the better of him. Gibb did get the better of him in sparring. I'm just talking facts here. Do you know what I mean? Like, just don't all get in your feelings, and I'm just saying what a man knows, isn't it? So yeah, he's almost there. He's almost there. Because FaZe Sensei versus Slim would be a dope fight. DDG's too small, that's why I didn't say him. But if he was of size, he could fight Sensei. It would be a good test. We know the guy's IQ is amazing. We know he's a great guy. We know he had a good performance when he beat Overflow with that body shot. He called the punch and did it and whatnot. But yeah, I've seen more of him as a sparring partner to my guys and someone who's really helped me than in action. But I'd say he's almost there. And that wraps up the YouTube boxing / TikTok boxing tier list. We got the 4 gods, we got 5 good fighters, we got 3 almost there fighters, we got a long list of not good fighters in my eyes. What's that, 7, 8 fighters that I would class as not good right now, present day, as I speak. These things can change, which is why it's always nice you can do an update. And then we got 3 people that should retire. Please comment below what you think of my list, what you would do to my list, what you would swap round on my list, because I'm interested to hear if you lot think I'm a madman or not. Christian, please make a screenshot of this. I'm gonna put it out on the socials and that, and then we can let everyone have a discussion on what they think about my list and their reasons why. This is a long video, but that's how it goes when it's a tier list thing. Love and appreciation to all the people that support the Realist channel. Info will be coming soon on what I'm doing. That's why I said I don't like uploading, because I'm always talking about what everyone else is doing. I want to talk about what I'm doing, but I can't yet. But just know I'm going to be in the UK, and I'm going to be fighting in the UK. Like and subscribe, hit your subscription feed if I'm not there. I told you about my protein already. I know you've seen the El Gato link in my description as well, so go check them out. Shout out to Cure Oxygen as well. Let me grab a bottle. Got new bottles in fact. So shout out to Cure Oxygen. If you want to stay hydrated with my people, then you will drink this. And without anything else to say, it's the end of the video. You know what I do at the end of the videos.